Today we will focus on comparison models. Let's look at an example. There were 5,690 passengers on a ship. 1,982 passengers were children. How many more adults than children were there on the ship? Remember, we approached this problem using Polya's 4-stage problem-solving model. Step 1. We understand the problem. Given in this question, there are 5,690 passengers. This gives us the total number of passengers on the ship. 5,690 is the total. The number of passengers are made up of children and adults. Given in the question, there were 1,982 children. Is the number of adults given in this question? No. So I guess we need to find the number of adults with the given clues. Let's read on to find out what the question wants us to find. How many more adults than children were there on the ship? There are more adults than children. We know that there are more adults than children. They are actually comparing more than, right? So we know there's a comparison. Now we can move on to step 2, the planning stage. We can plan to solve this question by drawing a model. What kind of model do we draw? Part-whole model or comparison model? In this case, well, obviously, we draw a comparison model. In a comparison model, there is a longer model and a shorter model, right? What does the longer model represent then? As you can see in the question, they say that how many more adults than children were there on the ship? More adults than children. We know that there's actually more adults than children. Hence, the longer model will represent the number of adults. Shorter model will represent the number of children. Next, we fill in some more information. There were 5,690 passengers on the ship. The passengers is made up of both the number of adults and children, the total number. Hence, we show the total 5,690. Given in the question also, 1,982 passengers were children. We know the number of children, 1,982. The question wants us to find how many more adults than children were there. So we also need to find the difference. As mentioned earlier, there is a missing link. We need to find the number of adults before we can go on to find the difference. Right? So we can go on to step 3. We carry out the plan. We find the number of adults first. We know the total and the number of children. So the adults will therefore be the total 5,690 minus 1,982 to give us 3,708. There are 3,708 adults. Next, we can go on. We know the number of adults and the number of children. So we can find the difference. 3,708 minus 1,982 to give us 1,726. We can say that there are 1,726 more adults than children on the ship. Not to forget, our last step, the 4th step, we need to look back and determine the reasonableness of the answer. Let's check. 1,982, the number of children, plus our answer, 1,726, should give us the number of adults. If we add it up together, it gives us 3,708. So we got the number of adults correct. Check. Right? Let's go on and check if the number of adults and children summed up will give us the total 5,690. So we take 3,708 plus 1,982. This will also give us 5,690. Hence, we can confirm that our answer, the difference 1,726, is correct. We write a final statement. There were 1,726 more adults than children on the sheet.